Okay. Hey, there you are. Hey, everyone. That's cool. Yeah, well, we've kind of got a full house tonight. Um, so, because we've got one more person joining in over here, and we've got you guys, and we've got the uh, uh, live stream going, and we'll be typically yeah, okay, we go from like one person watching to three, and then it'll pick up. But hi everyone, welcome. And
the goal for today is 133,000. Get people on.
boy, wouldn't that be interesting? But no, hey, it's an intimate crowd, so
Please keep your clothes on. Please keep your clothes on. Actually, not really. We don't.
yes, with commentary provided by Darren. So,
Hey
everyone. Here, I'll tilt the phone up. Well, actually, I noticed everyone's got their phone kind of pointing up, so we'll just let that go. Yeah.
That's good.
What's more important is I'm making sure that you guys can actually see the altar. And so I have actually Galvatron is my phone holder for that. So I always move him over. So
never figured he was older boy material, but hey.
Yes. Well, he's the temple guard. That's his official role. So anyway, I hope everyone's been doing all right this week. I saw a few things that the folks had posted about that we'll definitely need to offer some prayers for. But we're glad you're here. So we'll go ahead and get started. This time we're honoring our Eye of Ra goddesses, because you had a feast of Sekhmet that was from the Esna region, a feast of Hathor. Of course, the month of Hathor just started. Let's see, I'm looking at my calendar. Actually, yesterday, and so that's why you typically had feasts at the beginning and at the end of an Egyptian month, and so. And also there's a Feast of Wajid, so they all have in common that they're eyes of Ra, and can take on a Leonin aspect. Of course, Sekhmet is primarily a lioness, so that's kind of the theme we have going this time. So, okay, I'm going to have to be careful that I don't trip on you, Darren, because of where you're at. But we'll go.
If he wants to come back a little bit, he can.
Yeah. All right, so we will get these.
Resistance.
All right.
You're good.
Okay, yeah. So get us all in the right frame of mind. Okay. Now, if you will bring that flask over this way. This is Darren's favorite part. All right, I'll start off and I'll bring it over to y'all. So, these cool waters are upon my hands, and they purify me as Tefnut purifies me. Hail unto you, Nutshadin. What come I to do without falsehood, without evil? Our purity is upon our hands, our purity is within our hearts. We have cast out all evil that pertains to us. We are pure, we are pure, we are pure, we are pure. So anyway, if you'll just set that back where it was. Perfect. And you know what? Since you're our in-house IT person now, we need to figure out a way to have a splitter so we can switch between cameras, and that way they can see.
I was trying to hit him.
Your aim is terrible, you know that.
I know that, but I couldn't see.
Anyway, so we can switch cameras, so when we're doing something like this and most of it's going on off camera, or at least away from the altar, we can switch. And everyone can see when Darren and I cast aspersions at each other.
We were blessing each other. We were. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Yeah.
Well, go bless yourself.
Perfect. All right. And I'm just peeking over to see who else joining us. Oh, hey, Domino. We actually have someone from the Baton Rouge area who tunes in. And I hope you guys are doing all right and didn't get stormed on too much. And Yodi, back from your trip. Awesome. And Celery, another of our viewers, is hailing from Halifax, Nova Scotia. So we have, and I wonder if Marie has, she'd be drinking a lot of coffee right now because she's in England, and so it's like almost 4 a.m. over there. Yeah, so we have folks from all over, and so that is why when we light our Eye of Horus. Come in peace, bright Eye of Horus. Come in peace. Receive the light.
Receive the light.
The Eye of Horus shines like Ra in the twin horizons, and evil hides in fear of it. Receive the light. The Eye of Horus destroys the enemies of Ra and all of their abodes, till none remain. Receive the light. The Eye of Horus comes to everyone who is tuning in the 4 corners of the world. And we are purified with it. Receive the light. And we will light our candle for Hathor. So there we go. Just a sec. There we go. You arise in the Aketis Kepri, O Ra, spreading your light upon the earth. You set in peace in the mountains of Manu as a tomb, bringing your light to Duat. Shine upon earth as you do in heaven and Duat. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who came from Nun at the first time, for such is your uniqueness. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who placed Hu at your left side, for such are the words you commanded. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who placed Sia at your right side, for such is your great wisdom. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, whose Hika goes before you, for such is your ability. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who rules with Ma'at upon your brow, for such is your righteousness. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra. Hail and praise unto you, O Sekhmet, O Wajid, O Hathor, O Yunachuru, you lords of love and ladies of love and life. Grant us life, well-being, and health. May our eyes perceive your goodness and our hearts receive your wisdom. May you shine upon us as you traverse the sky, that we may bring to you Ma'at and cast out his Spet. And may you guard us from the evil one through the dark hours of the night, your protection being before us and your strength being within us. And just a quick explanation, because I know that's something that, it doesn't really get covered much, but the fourfold thing that we do at the beginning is the 4 virtues of Ra. There's and it's interesting, there are other systems I think that have come up with more or less the same thing independently. Hu and Sia are twin deities, almost like in Roman tradition, the idea of kind of a personified concept. Hu is authority in speech. So for such are the words you commanded. Sia is perception, insight. So that's why it's great wisdom. Hika is both a deity, a deified concept, but also our word for magic with a K. So that and that is seen as an ability to make things happen. So that is his ability, and of course, Ma'at is our goddess who will take center stage a little later on. So, the fan decided to blow up my page. There we go. Take these, your cool waters, which are the inundation, that they may cool your hearts. Oyanetsudu, these waters are the eye of Horus, that your hearts may be refreshed. Milk, may you taste it in your shrine. May your hearts be refreshed with it. We bring you this milk from the great flood, Oyanetsudu, that you may be purified with it. We give you incense. We give you incense, great to purity. This incense. Huh? All right. Okay, I don't have it on mute. We give you incense. We give you incense, great of purity. Its fragrance is the eye of Horus, and it comes to you, it cleanses you, it adorns you. It takes its place upon your hands. Oyanetsudu, we give to you this eye of Horus, and its fragrance comes to you. There we go. Take this, your bread on which gods live. This bread is the eye of Horus, Oyanetsudu. Lift it to your faces and be at peace with it. Okay. The gardens prosper and happy rejoices, overflowing with his meal. We fill the eye of Horus for you, O Ra, Oyanetsudu. Drink and be pure. The doors of heaven and the doors of earth are open with libations for you within this house. May your faces be refreshed with your libations, your wine and your water. But wait, there's myrrh. Pure is Ra Horaketi within his house. Pure is Sekhmet within her house, Wajit within her house, Hathor within her house. Pure are the cause of all of these gods with this good myrrh that is given. Jehuti proclaims it. It is written in his house of sacred words. Hapi gives in abundance, thousands of offerings, all things good and pure for Ra Horaketi, for Sekhmet, for Wajit, for Hathor, in every place that there are mortal cause dwell. Come to your body, O Ra Horaketi. Come to your bodies, O Sekhmet, O Wajit, O Hathor, O Oyanetsudu. Come to your invocation. Come unto us, your servants, who are mindful of your feasts and your offerings. Bring your power, your hika, your honor, and your ba to these your offerings, and partake of them. Come, O people. Raise these offerings before the faces of these gods. Lift the offerings before Ra, before Sekhmet, before Wajit, before Hathor. All life comes from them. All health comes from them. All stability comes from them. All good fortune comes from them as it has since the first time. O Ra Horaketi and your son, the Osir Nisu Nebkepru Ra, your foes retreat from you. Horus turns himself to his eye. Turn yourselves to these, your offerings, and receive them from our hands. Hang on a sec. I have to make sure I don't dry out in the middle of reading. But now that we have honored the gods, they always get first dibs, obviously. Now we honor our blessed dead. And so we light for them this candle that it may be the eye of Horus that lights their way in Duat. And we bring them these cool waters from the table of Osiris, that their hearts may be refreshed. Horakaru ta henket kakao abdu sinachin rahat kutnibet nofret wabet anket nachrim minkao in aku punibu maachirinibu hir nachra. A voice offering of bread and beer, beef and fowl, 1,000 of beef and fowl, incense, oils, and all good and pure things on which God lives, for the cause of all of these aku, all of these blessed dead, all true of voice before the great God. And now we come unto you, O Ra, as Jehuti comes, our hands joined under Ma'at. Ma'at has come to be with you in every place where you are. An offering of Ma'at is made unto you, that your heart may be pleased and your Ka shall live. Truly, your need has Ma'at, for they know you live in her. The need says unto you, your word is law eternally. Isfet is cast out by your word. Rejoicing is yours every day. Ma'at has taken her place in your shrine. And so now we have 4 daughters of Ra on the altar. And may we always act with gentility and compassion, for such as the first Ma'at. May we always offer charity and hospitality, for such as the second Ma'at. May we always respect consent and fidelity, for such as the third Ma'at. May we always avoid violence and promote wellness, for such as the fourth Ma'at. May we always speak words of truth, for such as the fifth Ma'at. May we always promote the public good, for such as the sixth Ma'at. May we always act humbly and with temperance, for such as the seventh Ma'at. May we always honor our gods and respect others, for such as the eighth Ma'at. May we uphold Ma'at like Jehuti, that we may witness Ra's perfection every day. All right. Yes, we've pretty much used up our Sekhmet candle. If I need to make a new one. But we have a very nice litany to her on here. Hail, Sekhmet the Great, eye of Ra, who hides him within her iris. Hail, Sekhmet, sovereign, mistress of light who moves in brightness. In peace, Sekhmet, mistress of darkness, at whose setting the dusk comes. In peace, Sekhmet, mistress of fear, whose seal brings death. Hail unto you, Sekhmet, daughter of Ra, who loves Ma'at, who detests Isfet. Most holy of the gods, one seeks life in you. Slip her candle back here. And for Wajit. Hail, O Wajit, great goddess, eye of Ra, great young feline, daughter of Ra. Hail, O Wajit, and your act of striking. Hail, O Wajid, Uraeus of Ra, mistress of the sky, mistress of pay, mistress of depth. Hail unto you, O Wajid, mistress of the two lands. Okay. There we are. And to you, O Lady Hathor, come, make merry for the golden one, good cheer for the mistress of the two lands. Come, arise, that I might make for you rejoicing at twilight and music in the night. O Hathor, you are exalted in the hair of Ra, in the hair of Ra. To you is given the sky, the deep night, and the stars. Great is her majesty when she is happy. Okay, and if, of course, if anyone has any requests, if there's, a particular deity that, you want to say thank you because, you had a good experience with them this week, just mention that and we'll read something for them too, as always.
Well, I wanted to say thank you for
Okay, yeah. So I saw you had some prayer requests, and I was definitely going to mention those. But so just kind of a general thanks and
general thank you help me in my next endeavors.
yeah, absolutely. And we have people, and I know there were some folks that had requests because they were doing interviews this week and stuff like that. And of course, you had an interview, so we definitely want to ask for continued blessings and good fortune with all of that, because there are a lot of us that are trying to better ourselves, and you ladies, especially you Eyes of Ra, who are a lioness is a symbol of power and courage. And may you lend us that strength and that courage as we move forward to better ourselves. And as we find ourselves struggling and feeling like we just can't quite make it, would you please give us that extra boost to get where we need to go? So. Say again?
They're the great ladies of fortune.
Yes. Ladies of fortune. Of course, I'm also thinking of Neat, mistress of fortune, regent of destiny. And sometimes she can act as the Eye of Ra as well. And I'm seeing some comments in here. Okay, hey Sarana. Left something to set. Everything's been chaotic recently. I've been relying on him to help me through it. Absolutely. Just get rid of school-related anxiety. I'm struggling to keep my head above water. And also, thanks to all the gods, I just got a job, and my first day is this Sunday. Awesome.
Yay!
And okay, I'm gonna knock this. Can you ask the gods to forgive me and protect me physically and spiritually? My heart is heavy. Can you ask them to grant my grandmother a long life? And I'd like to thank Tauret for protecting me and baby. Oh, definitely. Okay.
As far as anxiety for school, as long as there are tests, there will be prayer in school. Don't worry.
Okay, and Serrano says, I'd like to thank Jehuti for help with mental health. Yes, we're okay. Monday is the full moon, so yes, he's in his waxing phase right now. But it's funny because I was also thinking, because we get a lot of requests for prayers for mental health, and I was thinking, that was not a concept that they had back then. So trying to think about it, and the one that I thought of was actually Khonsu, who's a lunar deity, like, huh?
I was going to say that too.
Yes. Yeah, so and that's really awesome because that says we're all getting kind of that gnosis, that's the direction to go. It's Jehuti and Khonsu. And I was thinking Khonsu because as a child deity, you know, uh, merciful Khonsu, fair of face, you know, and um, it just felt like happiness and you know peace and
Also,
prosperity, huh?
also it's kind of a sidestep, but collectively, in humanity's mind, the moon controls our flow of thought, our emotions.
Right,
Has
and
an impact over the tides and everything.
yeah, well, and even the word lunacy traces back to lunar because of that connection that we had with the moon and with what we now would identify as mental health. So, yeah, so that I think he may well be our patron of mental health. So we'll definitely do read some things for that and set. It's funny. Uh, Somebody requested something for him, and I think he's kind of moving in the undercurrents right now. So, we'll definitely include him as well. So, I'm going in alphabetical order because that is simplest. Hail unto and praise unto you, O Jehuti, thrice great God, the son of Ra, Lord of Kemnu, wise one and Yunu. You report to Ra every morning. Messenger of humankind, you know people by their speech and judge them by their deeds. Those true of voice before Osiris, their names are in your list. The Aeneid gives you praise as you guide the bark of millions, as you cast out the evil one, as you change strife into peace. You know all secrets, all books, all deeds. The fleeting moment, the hour of night. No report to Ra is forgotten. Your words endure for eternity. Friend of the people, wise and impartial, great one, Lord of Ma'at. Help all of those that are going through school, that are students right now, and that are having school anxiety. Um, Grant them serenity and wisdom and success in their studies. And to Khonsu. Hail, O Khonsu, the child, the very great, firstborn of Amun, goodly youth, sweet of love, king of all children. Babe born alive, who repeats birth like the sun disk, who repeats the renewal of Ra and Thebes. Babe in the morning, old man in the evening, youth who renews at the proper times, who arrives as an infant after his old age, whom Mut gave birth to in Thebes as the august child, the living one in his manifestations of Khepri, Ra after he repeated births, a tomb in the evening within the entrance of Manu, Iris of the Ujat, Horus as a young child, babe of Amun Ra, Lord of food, plentiful of sustenance, Lord of offerings, who gives to those he loves. Would you please give to those who are suffering and who are stressed? And may you help them to find uh, peace and serenity in the silver light of your disc. And to Set, who's in the back of the altar. He's behind Sekhmet on the dais right now, but he's there and he hears. Hail, O Sutek, son of Nut, great of strength in the bark of millions, chosen one of Ra Horaketi, bull who dwells in the northern sky, fearsome one at whom all lands tremble. Great is your war cry, great is your might. Your wasp scepter stretches over the sky, you stand at the zenith of the stars. Lord of storms, Lord of dread, your voice is thunder in the heavens. You slay the fiend from the prow of Ra's bark. Protect us from evil and grant us long life. And may all of you grant long life to those who are tuning in and to our loved ones. Life, prosperity, and health. Alertness, favors, and affection. May you come to us from afar when we call on your names with your strong arm of protection, and may you be with us in our time of need. Okay, and of course, if anybody's interested in doing a divination, I have some cookies. So let's see.
Here, I'll take one.
Alrighty. Oh, oh, I'm sorry, Yoda. You had to run out and meet with someone real fast. I missed most everything. But don't worry. You're here now, so you didn't miss too much. Okay.
You were included.
Yeah. Okay. Serrana says I'd really like a prayer. I'm supposed to be playing with my friends soon for the first time in a long time. I'm also supposed to be a DM in D&D for the first time. I'm kind of nervous. Oh wow.
You've only got the whole world in your hands. Don't sweat it.
Well, so gosh, now what I have to know is, okay, are you guys doing in-person D&D or is this online? Because like Preston does online D&D games.
Yeah.
Of course, being remember, a dungeon master equals God.
Yes, but good dungeon masters don't play God.
Right. But
Piece of advice: get you a D100, and if they argue with you, throw it at them.
okay. Now Yodi, I guess thanks to all the nets there, especially Oakwout and Ra, for the safety we had on our trip. We're but glad we're home. Okay, so I think I'll be good, but I really need to get used to leading the game mechanics. Yeah. Prayers for success and peace. Pray for our area. Daniel, where are you? Rescue for protecting our family through the pandemic, and pray for our own temple. Yeah, I'm just. Okay, and yeah, Serena having to do a spell for mental health because the therapist was off for the week and felt Jikuti reach in. So, yeah, very, very cool. Okay, so Rose, Alex, and Seth, I noticed you asked for one too. I'm in knocked. Okay, West Virginia. Yeah, you guys got a lot of rain from Ida and did Nicholas drop rain on you guys too?
Did you rain on that?
Is it me?
Well, in West Virginia, I was just wondering, huh?
I was asking if it rained on them.
Ha ha ha. Okay, and Alejandro. All right. Let's make sure that I can kind of keep. Okay, so Rose, Alex, Amanat, and Alejandro. Yeah. Actually, a couple of the guys in your Gundam clan are in West Virginia, right?
Yep. They sure are poor souls.
Well, it's funny. It's like, yes, West Virginia is rural, but there are more nerds in West Virginia than there are here for some
I
reason.
don't believe that.
Well, at least they turn up more. So, okay, that's what we're doing. So, all right, we're gonna get Sada, and then we're gonna get all the folks that are in the comments. So, and I noticed there were some other prayers as well, and thanks to Talret for watching over mom and child. Yeah, and Sada needs some good advice. There we go. Okay. Huh? Oh. And you're so set up. It's a good thing that life is not as serious as it seems to the waiter.
Wait, what was that?
It's a good thing that life is not as serious as it seems to the waiter. Of course, part of what's funny with that is, if you were, huh?
Where?
Seems to the waiter. Now, keep in mind, if you were in a Chinese restaurant and opened this up, it definitely be referring to, oh well, but think about that, and there's before you completely vacate,
In the moment, life can seem incredibly serious and have these heavy implications. Take a step back from it. Look at it from a different POV.
Yeah. Well, because like okay, the waiters at the restaurant, because that's work. If you're there, and it's not work for you, then yeah. Of course, I realize you kind of have to think in the abstract to apply that, but it may be a case of don't worry about things that aren't your problem. Concentrate on what is, if that makes sense. Yeah, because I mean, yeah, if you went out to eat, remember when it was safe for us to do that? Yeah. um, there are things that you let other people handle. So that might be what they're getting at. Okay.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Okay, yeah, I'm seeing several things here. Okay. Okay, cool. So far, I've said in person. It's not going to be very often since one of our friends is busy with her. Oh, okay, yeah. Gosh, in-person D&D. That's been a long time since we've done something like that. But okay, so Rose, then Alex, then Amanat. So, alrighty, we will start with Rose. And here it is. Rose. Life is not a matter of holding good cards, but sometimes playing a poor hand well. And that's interesting. You may feel like you got a bad hand, got dealt a bad hand lately, but you can still do something with it. So they're telling you, don't despair. Okay, and Alex. That one was waiting for you. Alex, yours says, it is up to you to create your own adventures today. So I think there you have it. It is up to you to create your own adventures today. If you were wondering about something, go for it. And next, Amanat. There you go. Amanat. Never laugh at anyone's dream. Including your own. But if someone has a dream, yes, and never laugh at anyone's dream. Okay. All right, next is Alejandro.
Very good.
And then Slayer Lover. Divination on what to do about work. Alrighty. So Alejandro.
Don't call his name.
I knew you were gonna make a joke. I knew you were gonna make a joke about that. Alejandro, be assertive when decisive action is needed. I think that was pretty straightforward. Be assertive when decisive action is needed.
Do you know the difference between assertive and aggressive?
Well, assertive is when you're concentrating on stating your rights. This is what I need for myself. Aggressive is it's all about you. Right.
Well, that's one way of putting it, but a better example is aggressive. If you don't do this, I'm going to kick your ass. Assertive, you can do that, but if you do that, I'm going to respond in this manner. Now, that can still mean I'm going to kick your ass. However, it can also mean, I have other options other than just kicking the shit out of you.
Or to put it safer for prime time, don't make me angry. You wouldn't like
You
me.
wouldn't like me when I'm angry. Yeah.
There you go. But okay. Let's see. Okay. And Slayer Lover 222 was needed divination about what to do about my work, and I think we were. I don't remember if we mentioned this, but what I have to ask, and hey, this is a legitimate question. Okay, is it Slayer as in the music, or Slayer as in, well, Slayers plural would be the anime.
Slayers plural would be the anime. Slayer singular, I'm going to assume, is the band.
Okay.
And I'd love clarification on that, because if it is the band, he should believe God hates us all, and there's no point in any of that anyway.
Oh, come on.
I'm joking, of course.
But you have some people who are familiar with the music here, so. Okay, but in the meantime, Slayer Lover needs some clarification for work and requested that we seek some wisdom. Okay, and it says, it's not the plan that's important, it's the planning. So I think the plan is the end result. The planning is the effort to get to it. The effort is the most important part. And since you were asking about what to do with work,
sweat.
Hopefully you can find a way to apply that, but it's not the plan that is important, but the planning. So, again, this is kind of, hopefully that can give you some ideas on what you need to do. So, now I'm a little bit, I think a little bit behind on the comments. No, Slayer's in the band. I'm a big metalhead. Awesome.
So am I.
Okay, there's a lot of trouble in the workplace at the moment. So, you know what? And see, planning might involve, working with other people and, figuring out, what.
Learn to circumvent your problem, folks. In other words, work around them, as in get around them if you can. Don't work directly with them if they're a problem, because they're just looking for ammunition.
And leave work at work.
Okay, and so I think we are. Excuse me. Okay, all right, and so Almanac wants, his family wants to go on a walk, so you enjoy that. Oh, by the way, before you go, there's one thing I did want to share with everyone. It finally came in the mail Saturday after last week's service, but after we did our OPET feast, I went online and I'll see if I can bring it over here. I've got ordination from the Universal Life Church. So this is a first step. I'm eventually going to get the 501c3 paperwork and all the other stuff for a Kemetic church. But in the meantime, I could officiate a wedding or a funeral now. So I just wanted to share that with everyone. And the cool thing is the date on it is the date we did our OPET feast. So very cool. I just wanted to share that. And I'm going to let you go and enjoy your walk.
Yeah, whatever.
All right. So I think Brian was next. I'm just making sure I didn't miss anyone. Okay, and Daniel. So. Okay, and Sarana. I wanted to make sure. Okay, so Sarana, Brian, and then Daniel. Alrighty. Okay, and there we are. Okay, Sarana, it says never despair, but if you do, work on in despair. kind of a
Suck it up,
Yeah.
power through.
well, so don't give up. Keep going. Hang in there. That's all one big thing of hang in there.
Yeah.
And it's funny. I noticed that's kind of the overall theme that we're getting right now is hang in there.
Yep.
And so Sarana, then Brian, then Daniel. Okay. So Brian. This is cool. There, a lot of them are just landing right there on the altar space. Okay. Brian, it says, most spend lives reading the menu instead of enjoying the banquet. So, don't be, spend your time being detached and just kind of, living in your head. Go out and do it.
Life is not a spectator sport. And just because you thought about it doesn't mean you did it.
Okay, and Daniel was next. I have to confess, it's actually cool to be talking to a Daniel that is, I can associate the name with something other than the kid in Transformers the movie.
Sorry, I'm still sitting here,
But,
waiting for his jet-powered skateboard to explode.
no, it's cool to say. Okay, different Daniel. So,
Daniel.
yes. Yes, if you've never seen the original Transformers movie, watch it and you'll understand what we're talking about. But in the meantime, it says, love is like sweet nectarine, good to the last drop.
Ow.
Well, I hope it means good tidings.
Yes.
For that. So.
Dress up, get down, clean up.
Well, maybe that message was coming from Hathor. I mean, because Hathor is also a patroness of love, so.
Yeah.
Of all kinds.
He doesn't love me, though.
Say what?
I like jewelry, and then I feel lonely, and I feel God.
Well, here's what I found. Okay, that's their part. That's not mine. Mine's over here. What I would always want to tell people with that is, you've got to love yourself, and that will attract other people.
That's right.
And if you spend time on yourself, and I mean, make yourself feel good, and I don't necessarily mean in a woohoo kind of way.
Why not? Why not?
Well, hey.
All of it counts. You know,
Yeah.
when I think about me, I touch myself. I mean,
Well, you know what? In all fairness, and since we mentioned Hathor,
yeah.
they have found at her temple, immediately adjacent to the temple, Hatshepsut's temple, where the ramp is.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
my ramp.
Yeah. She made a ramp for you.
That's
Yeah,
my
but,
ramp.
But anyway, there's a chapel to Hathor immediately next to that, and they have found votive offerings that included models of phalli, plural of phallus.
Perfect grade?
Huh?
Perfect grade?
I don't know, but
High grade.
yeah,
Okay, never mind. Gundam joke.
I know it's a Gundam joke. I was having a hard time, redirecting that one. But anyway, so yes, the ancient Egyptians offered dildos to Hathor. To put it simply, so so yes,
That took a burden off you, didn't it?
who, me?
No.
Yeah, one thing the Egyptians were not is prudish.
Yeah.
Sure you did.
Well, hey, there are people at pagan festivals that do that, and
It should not.
Yeah, so it's all okay. But yes, yes, Hathor's been on a roll this week. Yeah, Okay, and Alex, I would like to ask for a prayer for insight, as I've been feeling pulled toward having Sobek as my patron. Well, you know what? If you're feeling that pull, go for it. Read up on him. Say a prayer that there's an entry for him in celebrating the Egyptian gods. So that's
a great book.
And also and there are other folks that venerate Sobek that are in like the Facebook group, and go for it. If you feel called, trust your instinct. Don't you don't have to have it. And we're not like other traditions that tell you who your patrons are. That is a journey of discovery, and you will probably be meeting new ones until you're in front of all of them. So. Yes. Yes, exactly. So now there's Kemetic guided meditations, Adista, that you mentioned. That's interesting. I have to know where did you find this? Is that is that something that's on YouTube? Yeah. Yes, HONKO are they're the same thing. It's just different names for the same thing. But I'll go ahead and yes, there you go. But anyway, it's getting close to the hour mark, so if anyone's got any other requests, go ahead and put those in the comments real quick. And otherwise we'll go ahead and we'll wrap things up. And if y'all wanted to pull a fortune or anything,
what I actually stepped out for was to do my own divination.
Oh, okay.
So
you cheated.
I apologize.
You cheated.
No, I borrowed from your energy, from the house's energy, the temple's energy.
Oh, well.
When the electric bill
right.
comes in, I'll bill you. Since you borrowed from the house's energy.
But I apologize if the sound of the cards shuffling comes through on the mic.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I honestly I didn't notice it. But, yeah. So okay.
I'm more grateful for things than I could express in the time we have.
Yeah.
That much I'm certain. But I will say this. I'm also grateful for the guests that's moved in.
Yeah.
To have family here is a good thing.
And it's funny. We're coming up to the autumn equinox, and of course, in more mainstream traditions, that's basically Wiccan Thanksgiving, is it not? Is Mabon?
Well, you've got the three big harvest festivals. Actually, you've got
Well, Lammas,
right,
Mabon, and then Samhain.
which is
The-
right.
Samhain. Forever.
Yes, Aqua Teen Hunger Force has kind of warped us on that. But that's coming up and it's funny. The Egyptians didn't really do anything big for the equinoxes that we can tell, but it's there are other things that kind of
Well,
huh.
really, to be fair, they didn't have as they had hot, wet, and hotter.
Yeah. The solar. The idea is in solar terms, your day and your night are about equal. The thing with that is though, it is a little harder to tell when you're measuring time at night with a clepsydra. Of course, they're also more focused on the stars and the movement of the stars. So that was their guideposts was what stars would come up. So it was more about the deacons and which stars were coming up every 10 days. So that's why that took there's more emphasis on that, and probably a lot of festivals and things had more to do with what stars were coming up, and it's just because the way they charted their star maps, we look at them now and it's like, what in the world is this? It's not like looking at the Babylonian ones, that one that they know a little bit more about. The Egyptians, it's like, you what now? So the things being as they are. Okay, here it is. So I know. Okay. Oh yeah, and okay, the Feast of Dwellings is coming up, for Canaanite tradition, and I'm actually working on editing a video on Canaanite paganism, and of course, Feast of Dwellings. That's right. That's Sukkot. Is what it is now. That's right, and that's after on this different tradition, but wish me luck on getting that video put together. I was trying to work on it earlier this week, and I kept making After Effects crash. So, I think it was my computer's way of saying stop now. Oh, okay, yeah. Alrighty. Hail unto you, Atum. Hail unto you, Kepri. You come into being upon the primeval hill. You shine forth upon the shrine of the phoenix in Yunu. You breathe out Shu and Tefnut. May the giving of these offerings endure, as the name of Atum, foremost of the great need, endures. Fortune cookie crumb out of there. May they endure as the name of Shu, Lord of Upper Menset in Yunu, endures. As the name of Tefnut, Mistress of Lower Menset in Yunu, endures. As the name of Geb at the Earth's Ba endures. As the name of Nut in the Shrine of Shanit in Yunu endures. As the name of Osir, Kentiam Intiu endures. As the name of Aset in Necheru endures. As the name of Sutek in Nubet endures. As the name of Horus in Pe endures. As the name of Wajit in Dep endures. As the name of Jehuti in Kamenyu endures. As the name of Ra in the Akhet endures likewise for eternity. You have come in peace, O Ra. You have come in peace, O Sekhmet, O Wajit, O Hathor, O Yenechuru. May you go forth in peace, O Ra, Hathor, Wajit, Sekhmet. May you go forth in peace, O Necheru, to every place your immortal cause wish to be. May you sail in joy in the Manjet bark, and rest content in the sectet bark. And may you smile upon us, your humble servants. And if there are any prayers that we missed, may you hear them on the lips and the hearts of those who seek you. One thing that I did notice that Rebecca, you're on, and I hope that your relative that was in a car wreck is going to be okay. Sekhmet is Mistress of Healing. Will you please look after them and give them a speedy recovery? All right, well, cool, guys. I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up now because I don't have too much juice on my phone. And I also got to make sure that we know what we're doing to feed people.
Hell, I don't know what I'm doing to feed anybody, much less myself.
Okay. Oh, good. Okay, he's holding steady. I was just talking to my parents, but it was a bad wreck. Well, I hope. Hopefully the car took all of the bad damage.
All of our love and hopes
Yes.
are with you.
All right, guys. Well, thank you once again for joining us, and we love you, and we're glad that you're able to tune in. And if for those that are tuning in, later on, we're glad you could stick with us and watch the whole show.
And if anybody showed up here for the first time, welcome.
Yes.
And for those of you who keep coming back, for one, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
2, bring 3 people with you, one of them by force.
Oh. Right. Well, no, but
We got to get the numbers up.
it's all right. Well, we're glad you're here, and we love you, and take care, and we'll see you next week.
Bye, y'all.
I'm just I type it out.
Yeah.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Oh.